from a manager standpoint, they go, hey. Yeah, I so happened to slip up on your page. They didn't slip. First off, they didn't slip up on your stuff. So don't ever think that. I happened to slip up on your page, and I saw that you did some numbers. Somebody so happened to send me a video of you, and I figured I would reach out to you because I think I can make you better. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Every manager in the business has been doing this for decades. This is nothing new. Managers, if y'all are the good managers, this don't apply to y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. If you're the good ones, this don't apply to y'all. But it's a lot of y'all that's nasty out here in these streets. It's a lot of y'all nasty. So back to the story. Man. Welcome. Welcome to the Man Lucrative podcast. I'm the host, the one and only Magneto 7 in the building. I'm him. Y'all know I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna first off start off by shouting everybody else in it ain't but so many people in the chat. But anyway, welcome. AJ, what up? I think Jamie in the building. What up? I think Reese still in the building. What up? Big Tim, what up? Big Mike, what up? Angie, hey girl, what it do? But this is episode, what is this? I think it's episode 114. But what's up? I'm here. So, hopefully everybody's Thanksgiving was amazing. I had to do a recap because I ain't gonna front. Last week, everybody that's my audio listener, I apologize. The last two podcasts, the endings have been a little sketchy, right? And we had to replace the interface for the main computer geek stuff, right? But I promise you, this episode, I hope, this episode will be the best episode ever! But anyway, welcome. This episode is brought to you by Groomy. If y'all need something to cut y'all bald head, right? Y'all use this. I took it out the pack this week so y'all can see how this works. So this joint, you turn it, you hear that? Ooh. Look, I'm gonna do this for all of the people that get off on the girls that be on TikTok. But yes, and then they click. They be doing all this stuff. This for y'all. Y'all hear that? Ooh. But anyway, if y'all want to get this, I will have the promo code in the description. It really does do a good job with cutting your hair and making sure that joint is close where you don't have to get the razors. Because I hate seeing my fellas walk around with the razor bumps and you got to get the little dots on your head because it's been bleeding all day. That will help you out, I promise you. But anyway, welcome. It's another week. Hopefully your Thanksgiving is great. Hopefully y'all ain't eating these leftovers. It's a wrap. No more time. The leftovers is a wrap. We got to figure out the statute of limitations as it relates to Thanksgiving leftovers. Because we can't, listen, Thanksgiving was Thursday. By the time y'all see this, it's going to be Wednesday, right? Yo, Thanksgiving leftovers is done. I want y'all to just throw them out after. Sue, what do you think? When is a good time to throw Thanksgiving dinners out? The few people's in the chat. When do you think it's a good time to throw the Thanksgiving dinners out? It's another Big Mike. What up, Big Mike? I got two Big Mics in the room, but what's up? Thanks to you. Welcome to my live. I don't know if this is your first time. Hopefully it's not your last time. I'm like the Baptist church from back in the day. Hopefully thank you for my first time visitors. Hopefully it's not your first time and it's not your last. No. Although this is your first time, hopefully it's not your last time. Welcome to the chat, though, for real. You say 4 days. 4 days on Thanksgiving. All right, 4 days, Thanksgiving leftovers. Anything after that, you're going to kill yourself. No, I don't think you'll kill yourself. You're not going to kill yourself. I ain't going to front. Being that we were not the host this year, our Thanksgiving leftovers was a wrap probably by Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I think by Sunday we were already cooking something else. So, granted, I got 4 mouths in this house, and we didn't cook. We actually went somewhere for Thanksgiving this year, so it was cool. But I forgot. Lord knows, y'all, all of my listeners, I'm trying not to touch the Puff Daddy stuff this episode, but it just, so what's happening is this. Y'all know I like to try to keep y'all current on current events as it relates to music business stuff, as it relates to entrepreneurship, as it relates to just getting money and just being prepared and equipped with what's going on. So Puff more stuff just keeps coming out. So I am going to touch Puff for pause. I'm not going to. I gotta put a big pause. I am gonna touch Puff content. Well, hold up. Can I still say that? Because this content might have some contingencies to it. Okay. I'm gonna talk about Puff at some point in this pod. Just let y'all know that. All right. Sue, Big Tim, y'all cool with that? Hopefully y'all. If not, oh well. But yeah. So I forgot to mention. What up, Marty? Marty in the building. Hold on. Marty was in my live last night. What's up? What's up? Yo, Marty, I'm not going to talk about baby hairs today. I might talk about baby hairs. But so we'll start with after Thanksgiving because I forgot to tell y'all about the Trolls movie. And this is not an endorsement. But if you do want to take your kids to see something, I did not see any innuendos and references to some nasty stuff. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all already know what I mean when I say the nasty stuff. The community has already gotten on me for a few times. I've already been banned on TikTok a few times for talking to the community. Yeah, I'm not going to get banned today. But I've talked about the community plenty of times, and they just got mad and upset, and they pushed the button and had me banned for a few days. So I'm just saying the Troll movie. The Troll movie ain't had that kind of stuff in it. It was some good stuff for the kids. They were singing, dancing, like we used to do back in the 90s. Y'all remember back in the 90s? Marty said, keep talking that. Nah, no. Nah, no. Look, this is what I want everybody to understand. Marty, I love you, dog. Love you like a brother. What I want y'all to understand is this. When I get banned on certain sites, my water gets cut off a little bit. Some of the water, it gets to be a drip. Because if y'all didn't know, I'm going to get into the content. We're going to talk about content. We're going to talk about strategies for 2024. I got you. But as it relates to content, right? I realized that I only get a certain return from IG, from Facebook, and then from TikTok. As of right now, as far as traffic producers, TikTok is crazy. It's crazy in a good way. So if y'all not riding, pause. I got mad pauses today. If y'all not on TikTok a lot or using it a lot, you're slipping up. It's a really, really good way to promote your brands and everything that you're doing. All right. So back to the Troll movie. I was watching the Troll movie with the kids, at least a little bit that I did watch. At some point in the middle, I fell asleep. That's what we do as adults. We take the kids to the movie, you fall asleep for a little bit, then you wake back up towards the end, and you're like, oh, that was a good movie, right? Matter of fact, give them a clap like this, right? My only issue that I had with the Trolls movie was I noticed that Justin Timberlake, I got to see if he's an investor in the movie because I feel like he is an investor in the form of a executive producer. If y'all didn't know, Sue, well, I know you know, but Tommy, if you didn't know, when it comes to executive producers, what up? When it comes to executive producers in movies, those are normally the money bags behind something. Not like a producer. Like I'm a music producer, so I actually I'm an executive producer for certain things too. But when it comes to the creative side, I'm the music producer. But the executive producer normally don't do nothing creative. They're just the money bags behind it. They get that bit of credit on the movie, and then they get paid out royalties back to back to back to back. That's why the actors be like, I ain't made no money on this movie. Which I'm not playing the actors, so don't think that I'm trying to play y'all. I'm not playing y'all at all. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Sidebar. The new interface feels real crispy in the headphones. we gonna have to talk about this in a minute. This joint sounds great. I feel like I'm like Crispy Simpson or something. Anyway. But the movie was good. I noticed that they centered the whole movie around, and I got some adults in the chat. So, y'all, some of y'all got kids. I know y'all do. But the whole movie was kind of centered around NSYNC becoming a group again. And they had a bunch of references, 98 Degrees, Backstreet Boys. And I was like, yo, this is dope. This is dope from two aspects. Of course, like I said, I'm old. I'm telling my age. I am telling my age. I'm older. But I noticed that with those references, they would interject certain or they would take certain moments from the movie and say, well, we made this song for so-and-so, not like 98 Degrees, right? Or how hot is it? 98 degrees. Nah, it was cool. The only issue that I had, this is the only issue I had. They kept taking old songs from back in the day, like a Prince song or a Michael Jackson song or Earth, Wind and Fire song. They were taking those songs or the heart of those songs and creating something else. And the something else that they created was a little bit corny. It was a little bit corny. Appreciate all of these hearts. Appreciate that. That's dope. But it was a little bit corny. So for that reason, I ain't like some of it. But for it being a clean movie, it is a good movie to take your kids to go see. We went to go see it after Thanksgiving. Speaking of kids, so and I'm gonna be jumping everywhere. I'm trying to have a little bit of fun today. I'm not trying to make this a morbid pod. I'm not trying to be super super serious, but we gonna talk. I've been working on some house stuff. I told you I've been putting a towel in my master bathroom, right? And as I've told y'all plenty of times before, my granddaddy called me like an African Mexican. This is a whole nother conversation. Was that racist for my granddaddy to call me an African Mexican? Is that racist for your grandparent to call you an African Mexican? Like you're both in one body? Like, I just want to know. But anyway, he called me like an African Mexican, something like that, right? So I'm just a person that believes in work. I'm gonna do the work, whether it's mental thought, whether it's labor, whatever. I'm gonna do the work to see the benefits of the labor, right? So I said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the towel work because I got a little bit of time. I'm stealing time for myself to do this towel, right? I would normally pay somebody to do it. It's my house. I do it myself. So I went to Dollar Tree, as most of us do. Marty, all right, cool. You get it. So Timmy said that is racist. Tim is not racist. Is it racist for me to repeat what he said or for him to say what he said to me? You tell me, is it racist? Anyway, so I was working, right? I went to Dollar Tree, got me a big thing of water. One of the expensive waters too, like not the little cheap joints, like the more expensive one. Matter of fact, $1.25 store. So I'm working all day, right? I work from about 9 to probably about 5, 6, 7-ish, right? My whole mind all day said, I'm gonna work. I got this water, and I'm good, right? My wife left, picked the girls up, came back home. I still got my water. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be good. After I finish this, I'm gonna be great. I finished working right around because I went live. I went live at like 10:30 last night. 10 o'clock, 10:30ish last night. Went live, right? So right after I finished, I go look for my water. And keep in mind, I've told y'all about my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter does the absolute most. She's different. She does the absolute most. So I go to my water bottle, and it's a goddamn on candy stick inside of my water. So I start looking. Okay, I didn't open the water. I didn't think I opened it. But watch this. Parents, every parent that's in the live over here and on YouTube and whatever, all of y'all, have you ever had your mind set on something and then by the time you get to it, you like, oh, I'm about to kill this. I'm about to be, yo, what up? So I'm just looking. I get my water bottle. Matter of fact, I didn't even look at the water. I just started drinking the water. I started drinking it at first, right? So I started drinking the water. And then I noticed, I was like, hold up. I didn't have to pop. Y'all know when you pop the top, it made that sound, right? So I thought about it. It's like, I didn't pop the top when I opened this water up. Wait, who's been drinking my water? So I drink a swig, and then I hold the water bottle up like this. And it's a goddamn candy stick sitting in my water. Y'all, I ain't gonna front. I about lost it. Yo. Please, if anybody got kids older than mine, my kids is 5 and 8 years old. My kids are 5, 8 years old. If y'all have some advice, please tell me how y'all deal with the patience aspect. Because I feel like I have really good patience, but right now, I'm just like, yo, cuz. I was like, so I went to my oldest. I said, did you put this candy stick in my water? She said, I'm not going to lie. Yes, I did. I said, no. Shots out. At least she didn't lie. I couldn't be mad at that. But she was just like, I'm not gonna lie. I did put the candy stick in your water. Yo, it's too much. But that's I think that's pretty much all of my weekend wrap up. Do I have one more anything else? I do have one other thing. I have one other thing. So my wife and I had to go perform for this baby dedication, right? Now when we booked it, it was just probably about a few months ago. The lady sent the deposit, told us all the songs she wanted us to perform. Cause y'all know I'm a piano player, right? So set up, we get to the venue. It's a dope venue, and that's a whole nother subject, but I might touch on it a little bit. But we get to the venue and we're setting up, and I'm looking around. Nobody's American. Nobody in this venue is American. So I'm just looking like, okay, this is cool. Everybody's black, though. Everybody was black. Well, no, everybody was not black either. But nobody's American. So I'm setting up. And all of my Jamaican friends and all of my African friends and any of y'all that watch this on the playback, I need some answers. I need answers. The first answer I need, because like I said, this was a baby dedication. And I was like, oh, shouts out to Big Jesus. So it was cool. But the first question I have for y'all is this. Are y'all rude? Are y'all just like, what is the temperament of the Jamaican African woman? Like, what is it? What is it actually going on? Because for me, I felt like a lot of people were just rude. That's the first question I got from my Jamaican African friends. Maybe the Hispanic friends be like, yo, hey, come migo. Like, that's what my Mexican friends say, right? African and Jamaican friends in particular. I need answers. That's one thing. Secondly, what goes through your head when people ask y'all certain questions in a nice manner? Because this is what happened to me. This is what happened to me. So after the baby dedication, I break all my equipment down. I go and pack it up in the car. And my wife says, well, we're going to stay eat for brunch. I was like, yeah, we can eat brunch, whatever. So I come back in, sit down, eating brunch. And I'm looking around. Y'all know now, granted, I might be a little bit too much on the conversational side. So it might be a little whatever. Tina say, I think that's just the way they are. Okay. But so I'm in the middle of the conversation. And I say, hey, how y'all doing? You know, Mike, where y'all from? And so they just looking like this. I'm just like, what? Okay, hold up. Did you understand what I just said? Do you speak English? Like, what is it? Then it took probably about 15 minutes later. Then they respond. Oh, yeah. I'm from, did she say Uganda? She's from somewhere overseas. But didn't have an issue speaking English at all. English was perfectly okay. I just was like, well, why did it take you 15 minutes to respond to me asking you how you were feeling? I need answers. Second thing, do y'all feel like Americans are y'all slaves? Like, what's going on? I need answers. All of my African and Jamaican friends, I need answers because I want to know how to understand y'all. I think a lot of people are in the same position as me. And they just don't understand. Yo, when I talk to these African people, like, they just be like, superior. I'm a superior being and you are slave. Like, we need answers. All right. But to sum it all up, we finished the baby dedication. Met some cool people. The venue that we were in, shouts out to Miss Gail. Miss Gail, shouts out to you. I feel like Miss Gail is an African too, but she just wasn't. She was really, really good energy. The venue that we were in, her and her husband actually owned the venue. The venue ain't in the hood. I'm going to just let y'all know that. Oh, that's up. What up, DJ? What up? The venue is not in the hood. So I thought immediately, yo, black excellence. I know a lot of the times we see people like Jay-Z and Beyonce. We see people like... It's something about it. Anytime you say Jay-Z and Beyonce, you automatically want to say Puff Daddy. You automatically want to say Puff or Diddy. Then who would be my other go-tos? Puff, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye. Well, sometimes people won't say Kanye until he pulled the whole MAGA thing. I get it. But, yeah, we automatically want to think that part of black excellence. That's not just black excellence. Miss Gail and her husband, that's black excellence. I'm sure that building's worth a few million, for one. Black people owned it. I can appreciate it. It wasn't hood. Even the service that she provided was not a hood service. Let me give y'all some examples of hood service if y'all just didn't know. One hood service. One hood service is this. A nail shop. Well, no, that's technically like Chinese and Japanese. Is that racist? I'm trying not to be racist on this pod. Or stereotypical. All right, another one. You have a t-shirt business that only sells t-shirts with sparkles on it. That might be hood. Another business. If you only sell wings in your facility, you have no other options except for just wings and French fries, you probably made it for the hood. Now, what happens is this. It's another stereotype. This is the other stereotype. If I only sell wraps and parfaits and smoothies, who would that belong to? Y'all tell me. All right? I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to dig. But I like the fact that Miss Gail and her husband has I think it's a skincare something that helps people out. All races too, not just black. But all right, so let's get to the business. Let me go ahead and. All right, so more Puff news, more Diddy news. I really hope that every exec is really paying attention to what's going on in these streets. I've been telling y'all for at least 4 pods right now. It's suing season. Folk is hard up for money. Everybody trying to get to some bread. Angie, everybody is trying to get to some bread. I promise you. And in getting to bread, I think a lot of people are going to just start throwing more dirt. And not just throwing dirt just to be facetious, but actually throwing dirt because that's your history. First thing I wanted to say before I introduce this clip. This is one thing I want to say before I introduce this clip. I noticed that a lot of women are responding to certain things as it relates to Puff. What's up, Mikey? What up? Kimmy, I think that's a Kimmy. Theo, what up? I know a lot of people are trying to throw salt on Puff, which I'm not saying that he's the best human of them all. I'm not saying he's the best, right? But one thing I will say, judge a person based off of the character. Don't judge the person based off of the stuff that they own. Based off of a person's character, you make your decision whether you want to deal with that person or not. I think we have too much cap. Cap has been going on for centuries. The most capping of the cappers have been capping for centuries. How many times did I use cap? I just used like 5 times, right? It's pretty cool. But people have been capping for the longest, and in the form of either finances, in the form of a spade move, like, yo, if I do this for you, so and so. One of the biggest cappers in the entertainment business is the managers, or the managers. In the entertainment business, what up? Hold up, ZBD in the building. Let me give ZBD a clap, man. You're a ride or die, for real. Thank you. But one of the biggest cappers in this business is the managers. And I want people just think about this. Let's unpack this for a second, because I want to really nail this home. And or nail this in the coffin, nail this in the wood. I don't know which one it is. Think about this, right? Let's say you're the artist. And y'all know I love scenarios. I love a good scenario. And I'm going to have to repeat some of my scenarios since last week's pod was trash. And not trash from a content side, because I'm going to always break it. You know, I always do what I think. I'm going to always be here, right? But I'm talking about from an audio standpoint. Let's do this. Let's say you're the artist. You're an artist. You're super talented. You got all of the charisma. You can sell water to a well, which wells don't need water. They live in the water. If you take the well out of the water, they die. But anyway, you can sell water to a well, right? And let's say you come out with a song and it does good numbers. You get 100,000 shares on Instagram. You get 100,000 shares on TikTok. You get 100,000 shares on YouTube, right? Folks starting to run it up. Do you honestly think every label didn't just see that you did some numbers, or you slipped up on some numbers? Everybody saw it. So in saying that, they already know the value to place on the record that you just put out. So what they're going to say is, hey, Hey. Hello. How can I help you? Yeah, I just saw that you actually released a song. This is a little something. They're gonna downplay it as if you're not the shit. They're gonna downplay it, but they're gonna say, "Hey, I saw that you just did this song and it's pretty dope. I see you got a few people doing some numbers with you, but we can make it better. We can make you bigger." Yo, artists, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. Then on the same token, that would be from a label standpoint, from a manager standpoint. They go, hey. Yeah, I just saw. I so happened to slip up on your page. They didn't slip. First off, they didn't slip up on your stuff. So don't ever think that. I happened to slip up on your page, and I saw that you did some numbers. Somebody so happened to send me a video of you, and I figured I would reach out to you because I think I can make you better. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Every manager in the business has been doing this for decades. This is nothing new. Managers, if y'all are the good managers, this don't apply to y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. If you're the good ones, this don't apply to y'all. But it's a lot of y'all that's nasty out here in these streets. It's a lot of y'all nasty. So back to the story. So they say, yo, yeah, I saw that you did the song. I need to represent you. You should let me represent you. If I represent you, I can get you in front of so and so, right? So of course, as the artist, you're creative. All your brain think is, I want to create my art. I want to be dope. I want people to do this. I want people to sing my song. I want to go to the venue. I want to feel appreciated. That's how artists think, right? That's how time is get good, ain't it? So the artist goes and they say, well, you know what? I do need management. I do need somebody to represent me because I need to dedicate all of my energy to the art. Wrong. Artists, don't ever, especially now, don't ever feel like all you do is the art. We're out of that. This ain't the 1960s and 1970s. Even if you go back that far, look at James Brown. Look at James Brown business model. Although he did some questionable things, look at his business model. He didn't trust many people. Why? He knew what time it was. If anybody comes to you and say they want to represent you because they love what you're doing, they lying, yo. Part of it might be they love what you're doing and they love that you got something going on. You just sound is amazing. The second half of that is they see the fan base that you're building and they see the money that's attached to it. So don't ever think that you just a meek artist. I'm just so dope, and I don't know what to do with my music. Y'all better do some business. All right, learn the business. All right. So let's fast forward and let's say the artist signs with the manager. The manager gets the artist the record deal. What up, what? Hey man, Ajax in the building, man. Ajax in the building. I'm talking about predatory management and predatory record deals, and I'm about to go back to Puff. I got to. It's there. It's here. All right, so let's say the artist signs the deal, and they're talented, but they don't know what to do. They sign the deal, they get some money, right? Fast track the deal. After about a year into the deal, the artist starts to think, wait, I've been going on tour every weekend for the past year. And I know what I took home. I made some good money, right? I've been able to afford some Balenciaga. I've been able to afford some Gucci. I got this Rolex on my arm. I ain't got nothing on my arm today. But I got this Rolex on my arm, and I can afford some things. But then the other part of that starts to kick in. Wait. So my executive has a Bentley. How did he get that Bentley? Wait. My manager and my executive loves to go out to lunch together, but I'm never invited to the lunch. Why is that? Wait. This is what happens to a lot of artists, like on the back end. Wait. So my manager and my exec is hanging out, but why is the lawyer hanging out with the manager and the executive? Like, what do they have going on? Then you start noticing that all of their energy starts to go towards somebody else that they just found online. Yeah, we get to it today, baby. We get to it. So they notice. You notice that all of their energy is going to this artist that they found. And you start to notice some of the similarities between how they approach you and how they approach them. Yo, oh my God, I just found this new artist over in Brazil. Notice they're starting to try to get a lot of people domestic. Why? The domestic people don't know the business. They don't know everything that's going on in America. That's for one, from the acting side all the way to the music side. It's all the same. I'm one of the people. I'm an outlier. Like I don't depend on the music to pay me. That's why I don't mind talking about what I feel like talking about. I just talk. So they go over and they find the artist and they say, "Yo, I want to sign you to this deal. You're dope. I saw the numbers. Notice that it's the same conversation. I see what you're doing. You're doing your thing. Oh my God, you're gorgeous. You're amazing. I saw your numbers. I see you got a few shares. That looks good. But what we really want to do, we want to make you a star. So what the artists do, again, it's a repeat. They sign a deal, they get over here, they do the same thing, and then they have it always goes back to the money. So artists, that's why I always got to tell y'all, look, focus on the business. While you got to focus on the business and you got to focus on your art at the same time. You can't separate the two. If you separate the two, you're going to end up in a situation like a Puff. In a situation like I'm not going to say no other exec names because I actually might do some deals with some of these folks. I might do some deals with some of these people. But see, the thing is, I understand business etiquette and I understand have your own lawyer. Even if you ain't got I'm going to show y'all this. This is one thing I'm going to put y'all into a small game and I need to find somebody that can help me. I might try to find a sponsor for the pod for y'all for this stuff. But that's why prepaid legal. I appreciate it, Angie. Appreciate it, yo. Little super chat dollar. Appreciate it. I'm really trying to I'm trying to provide value. Every time I jump on lives, I want to provide value. Every time I'm on this podcast, I want to provide value. We're gonna laugh a little bit. You might cry. But I want to make sure everybody's aware of what's going on. Yo, hey, Puff got to get talked about. I've been talking about Puff for the last 4 weeks. I ain't never made no money with Puff, so he's not a threat to me. I have made money with 50 Cent, so I'm 50 shots out the Phil. But so I just look at everything from a bird's eye standpoint. Like if you know when an artist for the food chain, right? For the food chain, if you know the exec is up here, why would the artist be all the way down here? It's all these other tiers before you get down to the artist. But on the popularity standpoint, it's flipped. The executive is at the bottom, the artist is right here, then you got the producers, then you got the managers, then you got the lawyers, then you see what I'm saying? I want everybody to just start thinking about it like that. Like why would they need the artist to be at the forefront of the label or at the forefront of the brand if they are the least paid? Just think about that. Now, I'm going to tell you why I think it is. I think that every artist is just a token. Every artist, white or black, is the token person of the label. Like, they don't really care. All they want to make sure they do is make some bread. They want to get the dollar, and then after they get the dollar, it's up to you. Now, I'm not gonna break down like I did last week as far as the business and how everything works. Go watch episode I think 113 and then episode I think 92. A few of those pods I broke down the whole business aspect of this what I'm talking about right now. So, in saying that, going back to Puff and saying all of that. We have all seen for years. What was the famous quote? What's the famous quote from Suge Knight? If you want your executive producer all in the videos, dancing. If you don't want that, come Death Row. So then the crowd claps. Oh, we LA, yeah! Come to Death Row. Then he gets arrested and goes to jail. And then it's just right. Meanwhile, Snoop looking like this nigga is tripping. I'm not. Let me go to No Limit. Hello. Master P, can you sign me? I got some issues with this dude, right? We all saw Suge Knight say this years ago. So anytime I look at how somebody moves, and again, I like how Puff be doing a Diddy Bop. When it comes to business, I like the fact that he's super outspoken. But when it comes to business practices, I don't know. I've never done no business with them, so I don't know. Right? But I'm going to tell y'all this. Judge, especially the ladies. Ladies, come close. These my sisters, my sisters. And look, I'm talking about my white sisters, my Asian sisters, my black sisters, all my sisters. Come to the circle. Come around me. Come around Uncle Nito right now. When y'all see these dudes with bread, don't automatically assume that their character is the best. When you see these dudes with the Bentley, y'all know I keep saying Bentley. I must be manifesting. Am I manifesting a Bentley? Huh? Big Jesus, am I manifesting this Bentley on today? We gonna find out. But if y'all see these dudes with Bentleys and stuff and coupes, and then even if you see them in a $1 million house or a penthouse or whatever, don't automatically assume that the character matches the status. I'm going to say that again. Ladies, don't automatically assume that if you see a man with all of this stuff, that the status matches his character. The character might be trash, but you want to make sure that you can get the red bottoms and all that. Like, think about this stuff. Now, don't think that every dude with bread got bad character too. I got to say that, because I think a lot of the times, what's the word I'm looking for? When ladies, Angela, you say I'm right. Angela, what's the word I'm looking for when you automatically assume that somebody, like one group of people, does the same thing? It's a specific word. I can't think of it. Monolith. Yes. You are on it. Don't automatically assume that dudes and ladies are monolith. They're not the same. Everybody's different. All right. So, although I hate what's happened to Cassie I got a lot of questions. I feel like even with me going into certain business conversations or getting in bed, not a literal bed, because I don't play that. Like, well, do I play that? Nah, I don't play it. But getting into bed with certain people, I automatically know what's coming with the environment. Case in point, if I see a dude that I love from a hip hop standpoint, I love how the song sounds. I love how they approach the track. I love what they talking about. They talking about getting money. Like, I'm that, right? I'm that, and I'm hood, low key. I'm not hood, but I like hood music. I like hood music. I like gospel music. I like everything. But if I find somebody from the streets that I want to produce, I automatically know what comes with the environment. Unfortunately, there is a stereotype. I automatically know it's going to be somebody coming to the studio that's smoking weed. I know it's going to be somebody coming to the studio that's probably going to be mean mugging. They're going to be trying to size me up. They're going to be looking at the environment. I know automatically somebody might be carrying. I know automatically somebody might be selling some type of dope or something. It comes with the environment. I know that. I'm not naive to any environment or any situation that I'm in. So that's why I make my decisions if I want to deal with somebody based off of what I see. Now, if I see what I see and then I get into a relationship with them and that stereotype changes because I see the character of the person, then great. That's even better. But a lot of the times, what comes with the territory comes with the territory. And I'm not saying that no ladies deserve to be beat, because I know some women said they think I'm taking up for Puff. I'm not taking up for Puff. But I am saying, know the environment. If I go to corporate America, right? Again, if I go to corporate America, I would not assume that everybody on my floor is going to be smoking weed in the office. That don't come with the territory. So if that happens, I'm going to be like, whoa, wait, what are y'all doing? Like, this is what y'all do up here? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. All right. Judge a person based off of the character. If you want to deal with them, look at the environments. If you see 1,000 niggas in the street, they're like, yeah, man. Hey, man, my boy be rapping. Yo, if I'm walking and they say, hey, yo, what? My boy be rapping. Hey, yo, bruh, I'm not stopping. Unfortunately, I'm like, yo, send me an email. Send me an email. I'm working from about 9 to 6:30 in the afternoon. Send me an email and we can get the. Yeah, I'm a cold switch like that. Because I just know, I know I've been in certain rooms where it's uncomfortable and you don't really know what's about to happen. So you start looking antsy, and then you see other people in the room looking antsy. And yo, another thing. This is one other thing, and we're gonna go to the next thing. If I'm in a room and I notice that everybody is mean mugging, that ain't the room for me to be in. If I notice that everybody is quiet and looking at me, I am fresh meat. I know that they're looking like they probably gonna start text messaging, or they don't even have to text message at some point. When you just mastered hood to a certain level, you just look like this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm about to get, yo, you know I ain't lying, bro. I'm not lying. All right, so that's enough of that. Next up, yo, next up. What do we appreciate? This is the end of the year, right? We're approaching the end of the year, and I love to do these pods, right? Ajax, I'm just saying, bro. But this is the end of the year, and I love doing these parts of the pod where I try to get all of my business owners and all of my musicians to start recalibrating for the next year. I'm not a big believer in starting to plan for the upcoming year when the upcoming year starts. I actually started planning for 2024 in October. And for some people that's got the super bag, I'm late. Even starting in October, I'm late, right? But I want y'all to start thinking about some things, right? One thing I want y'all to think about is, did you see all of the outcomes in 2023 that you wanted to see happen? And if you did not see all of the outcomes that you wanted to see happen, what could you change to make sure that that happens in 2024? I noticed for me, I had to make a job switch. I had to not be on my 9 to 5 for me to be able to provide as much value as possible to as many people as possible. I realize when you provide value to people, this is one thing I want everybody to take notes for. Take these notes, rather. Whenever you know that you're providing a certain amount of value to a certain amount of people, you can automatically assume that you're going to get the bread. You're going to get the bread at some point. The reason is people respect other people that provide value, that willingly provide value, does not cut. Like if if you in the coat, right? Now I'm not saying do coke. No, I'm not saying do coke. I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about cutting, like stepping on, like, yo, bro, I want the official stuff. Don't step on the product. If you don't understand what I mean by that, then just disregard it. Ajax says, I mixed the opportunity to download your ebook. Yo, Ajax, I'm gonna make sure. So I'll do another promo code. Just look for tomorrow's podcast. I'll put a promo code for y'all for free on this episode. All right. And let me make sure I put a note in there. Put a free promo code. But just look at the this will be uploaded on YouTube by tomorrow morning. I'll put the promo code on there for y'all. Anybody that watches this episode will be getting a free ebook. And I'll do it for y'all. Cause it's the end of the year. I want everybody to win. Like, y'all, you know how I am. Hold up, give me 1 second. Create free promo code. And what I'll do a promo code for the playbook to production, and I'll do a promo code for the recession prep kit. I do the promo code for the playbook to production. Everybody so Ajax, if you're in my lucrative community, everybody gets a lot of my older ebooks and stuff like that. It's free for them, but they're subscribing to my channel, so that's why they get that stuff. But yeah, I got you. But yeah, so what did we see all the results in 2023 that we wanted to see happen? And if we didn't, why? Again, I know I had to leave my 9 to 5 to start providing value. It's something that happens when you get dedicated to one particular thing and you go all in on one thing. It's something that happens. Like, your brain just starts to think in a different way. Like, you start seeing opportunity within opportunity. Or if there is no opportunity, you start thinking of ways to create income, ways to create other opportunities for other people, and it just keeps giving. It keeps giving. So I want everybody to get into the space of start looking at the way you think. For one, I want to start there. Start looking at the way you think about certain things. If you notice that you are a person that's just always negative, I guarantee you the content that you're consuming is probably negative. And in the form of content, I don't even want us to just think of content as what we're scrolling, what we're watching. I want us to also think of content in our space, in real life, like the things that's happening around you. How do you keep your house? Do you keep your house junky? If you keep your house junky, more than likely you're gonna have cluttered thoughts. You're not gonna be able to decide, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Because you're gonna be cluttered. That's one thing. Declutter that stuff. Another thing, when you have an idea or you have a thought, are you actually writing these things down, or are you just letting it float? It's, oh yeah, that was a good idea. Oh, oh, that was another good idea. I'm blowing when I blow on the mic. I'm blowing. I'm not blowing the mic, but when I'm blowing, I'm acting like I'm blowing off the idea. That's why I'm doing that. But you have an idea. Are you actually writing the stuff down, or are you taking action? I notice a lot of things, at least for the people that I've been doing the coaching calls with, which I'm going to talk about TikTok in a minute. I'm going to definitely talk about them in a minute, because I was disappointed that I only had 8 people jump at a certain opportunity, but I'm going to touch on that in a minute. But are we blowing off opportunities to do certain things that's going to change our lives forever? Just think about that. I know for a fact, it was me and a partner of mine years ago. We had an idea for a company. This particular company, we actually started. We started the company. And what up, Big Terror? We actually started the company and stopped. Well, what happened was 5 years later, here comes another company that blew it out of the water. Billions of dollars. When I say billions with a B, with a super B. And these are ideas that I've had for years, like not just that particular company with that partner, but other ideas I've had, and I just write it down and I just never took action. That's the other part of this. When we have these ideas for business, for relationships, for different communities that we want to start or become a part of, are we taking action to the point where we see the benefits of the action? Are we seeing the benefits of the action? I'll put it in my context. That's why I said I'm gonna start narrowing down the days that I'm doing my music reviews on live. What I started to do is, I'm a big person. I'm big action up front. Big action up front. And most of the time, I dumb it down when I didn't see the results. Right? But now, if I dumb down the action, or I dumb down the activity that I'm putting in, the reason I'm dumbing down the activity is because I'm looking at the numbers. And when I'm saying the numbers, like the actual return on investment, RIA. No, RAI. No, RI. Yeah, I'm bad with acronyms today. But I'm looking at the return on investment, and I'm like, yo, all right, so if I'm doing this for a certain amount of time, did I make or generate the leads that's going to create this outcome? For the music reviews, I'm going to say no. ROI. Thank you. Thank you. Am I seeing the return on investment when it comes to these music reviews? And for me, I started to do the reviews. For one, I can't talk about artists taking bad deals and I'm telling them why they shouldn't take a bad deal. Or I can't talk about an artist taking a bad deal and I can't tell them what's the other option outside of taking a deal. Right? So that's why I say I'm going to start doing these lives and I'm going to tell these people, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. This is how you do this. Blah, blah, blah. These are your options, right? But what disappointed me was, after a lot of these reviews, I said, all right, for this time only, I'm going to offer y'all a coaching call, which I know is $1,500 to $2,000 immediately for anybody else outside of the music. And it comes to any other people, business owners, they got it. $1,500 to $2,000. I'm going to get it like that, right? I told my musicians, I said, look, the same thing that I'm offering these businesses for $1,500 to $2,000, I'm offering it to y'all for $150. Kept it open for a month, a whole month. I had 8 people sign up. I had 8 musicians signed up for this service. And for me, it's disappointing because I understand how much I know how much stuff costs. I told you I paid 2 racks per month to somebody to coach me. When I finished with the coaching, they didn't even coach me to do nothing. Now, granted, I am a believer in I invest in myself, I invest in my business, and I make sure that I do everything that I can to make sure I advance to the next level. But for me to offer the coaching call for 150, I'm gonna do the coaching call and I'm gonna track you for 30 days. I'm gonna help you build your brand. I'm doing all this stuff, right? And for people to not jump at the opportunity, it was disappointing. I ain't gonna front. So instead of doing my music reviews Monday through Thursday, I'm gonna just do like 2 days a week. And I might just do 1 day a week. Because I understand now why a lot of my hedge fund friends will be like, yo, forget them. I get it. I get it. If y'all don't want it as bad as I want it for y'all, then I can't do nothing for you. You can't instill drive in a person. That's what I'm learning. You can't. That's disappointing, yo. Ajax is very disappointing. Tina said, "Why do you think they were not? Why do you think they were not spending $150 for the coaching call?" I honestly feel like either they don't understand. They don't understand the value, which if they don't understand the value, that's my fault. I'll eat that because I feel like if they don't understand it, I didn't relay the message clear enough and let them know what they're actually getting. And the flip side of that is, the second half of that is, I think a lot of musicians are hard up and they just don't have it. And that's why Ajax, that's exactly why I'm willing to give my ebooks and stuff for free. Because like, yo, if you just read the ebook and you start thinking a certain way, you think how I think, you will find opportunities for yourself to advance. You will find it. But I think a lot of people be broke. So for me, I'm just like, yo, if I know that a beat for me costs $2,000, and that's cheap. If a beat for me costs $2,000 for independent, and they don't have 150, how can I it ain't but so much I can do. All right? I think a lot of people just don't have it. To answer your question, I don't think a lot of people have it. So, back to what I first started with. I want us to start recalibrating our thoughts, start recalibrating our action for 2024. Now it's time to get to it. I think if you don't have a plan, my father-in-law says if you don't have a plan, then you plan to fail. I think that's what he says a lot of times. I believe that. So in saying that, I might think of a calendar. I might do that. That might be something that I could do. Offer it to you for cheap and help figure some stuff out. If you're not planning on a consistent basis and tracking your numbers from output, input every day, you're doing yourself a disservice. Keep up with your numbers. Keep up with your output. If you know it goes, I like to go to all of my people that have something to sell as far as my products. If you know that you only sold a certain amount of products for the week, I would start asking my question. I would ask the question, why don't you know what you sold for this week? And then if you don't know what you sold, and then you start losing stuff and you understand why, then like, yo, your output is not enough. That's why I love doing coaching calls with some of my youngins and say, yo, bro, I ain't got the time, bro, between my classes and this and that. And I give them my whole schedule and they be like, oh, okay, you doing that? Like, ain't you doing this? And you doing? Yeah, bro. Like, output, input. You know if you're not doing enough work. You're not, yo. All right, so that's enough on that. And then the last thing, let's start looking at our appreciation value. If we're not appreciating everything that's going on, and I say everything, I mean everything, good and bad. I know from, maybe probably 10, maybe 15 years ago, right? I know I was at a certain point where I was just like, yo, everything bad's happened. I just kept saying everything bad's happened. What up, Fabian? What up? I said everything bad. And guess what? I got more bad stuff to happen. I wasn't appreciating none of the, which I know is very difficult to appreciate when it should start hit the fan. I understand that it's difficult to be appreciative during those seasons, but start when you are going through a difficult time. Start asking the question: what am I learning from what I'm going through right now? It gotta be a lesson in something that I'm going through right now. I know one of my biggest lessons I kept repeating. And I do believe that. Shouts out to Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels said it best. God will continue to put you through certain lessons until you learn. If you ain't learned it the first time, guess what? You're going to have to repeat it again. You ain't learned it again? All right, you got to repeat it again. At some point, you're going to be like, wait, this is a pattern. I'm going through this, and I went through the same thing this time last year. What should I be learning from this right now? I do think we have to start learning from everything. So, are we appreciating those seasons? Are we learning from those hard, trying times? I don't even say bad times. I'll say trying. Because I think everything happens for a reason. And I think we do have some control over a lot of the things that happen. Groundhog Day. Exactly. Another thing. Black Friday just passed, right? And I know it's a clip. I ain't even go to none of my clips. Everybody on Instagram that sent me clips, I got you on this weekend's pod. I just had a lot of stuff to get out on today's episode. But Black Friday just passed. I posted a clip. I'm going to see if it has a good audio. See if it got good audio. I posted a clip of a girl going through, I think she was at Target. And she was pulling out the slips. Y'all know how I have Black Friday sale. She was pulling out the slip. And it was the same number on both slips. And it just had Black Friday printed on the second one. But it was the same exact number, right? I'm looking at people for years go back and forth to Black Friday sales, standing in lines for Black Friday sales. And then get home and be like, yo, I spent way too much money. Knowing good well it's a recession in a lot of people's households, right? I want y'all to think of this, put this in perspective. Black Friday in 2020 generated $8 billion to $9 billion in 2020. Guess what it generated in 2023? Do y'all know? Tommy! Do you know how much money was generated in 2023? 2020 generated, and for the few people that's here on TikTok, 2020 generated $8 to $9 billion for Black Friday, right? You say it's probably lower 2023. Nope. 2023 is not lower. And that's part of my issue. 2023 sold $8 to $9 billion again. Black Friday sales. So my question to y'all is this. What are we putting value on? And when y'all go to these Black Friday sales, are you actually getting things that you need? Or are you just binge buying because you just came off of the Thanksgiving high? I want to do a podcast exposing certain holidays. Not from a Christian standpoint, from a commercial marketing value standpoint, and how all of these companies use holidays and they base their sales schedule based off of the holidays. I know I probably mixed it up how I said that, but all right. So let's see. Angie say, yeah. All right. So what Angie says is a lot of companies use the holidays to schedule their sales. Right. And that's kind of what I was trying to say. But a lot of companies will use Thanksgiving, right? For instance, I think it normally starts at Valentine's Day? And the only reason I feel like Valentine's Day is the first season is a lot of people still single, right? And that's the cheapest holiday, technically. If you buy yourself, that's a cheap holiday. And it just gets more and more expensive. By the end of the year, Thanksgiving comes. Well, Halloween, kinda. Thanksgiving comes, you gon' buy the food. Christmas comes, you got to feel obligated to the Christmas gifts. Everybody feels obligated to something at the end of the year, right? All of this is a part of marketing. just think about this. This is a part of marketing. Like that's I'm gonna do more research and then I'm gonna bring it to the pod because I want y'all to really just start thinking, when did these sales? Matter of fact, let's do this right quick. When did Black Friday sales start in America? There we go. Let's see what we got. So think about this. Black Friday sales in America. Yo, we'll spend 300. Fabian, Fabian going in. Fabian said we'll spend 300 on some J's, but think twice about spending $10 on a $10 book or a music review. That's my point. And this is the thing. For the people that did spend 150 from TikTok, like I said, it was only 8 people. I'm so appreciative that they spent the 150. Everybody that I did $150 coaching call with, I went well over an hour. Every last person, because I believe in just equipping people to just go win. Like, go win. But anyway, the Black Friday sales in America started in 1981. Who went out to take part of these Black Friday sales? And I'm not gonna dig. I want to dig, but I'm not gonna dig on this episode. I'm already an hour in, so I gotta start wrapping it up. But yeah. Sean said, "Talk about it." Angie said, "Please don't." Talk about it. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it at some point. Not today. But if y'all got any questions in the chat, y'all got something y'all want to talk about, we can go ahead and chop it up for these last couple of minutes. I didn't do too bad on Puff today, right? I didn't do too bad. I really had a whole section where I wanted to talk about NDAs. I had a whole section where I wanted to talk about NDAs. NDAs, not MBA, NDAs. What up, Cam? So for these last few minutes, since ain't nobody putting nothing in the chat, Fabian said, broke folk, yo. I don't even know that people are broke, bro. I think Black Friday sales, just the numbers in general, has told me people spend money on what they place value on. I do believe that. If people place value on cars, they're gonna always spend money on cars. Right? They place value on shoes, they're gonna place value on shoes. They're gonna spend money on shoes. So, But NDA's time running out. What do you mean? So the first section of the pod, like I said, I was gonna talk about Puff. I'll wrap it up on Puff, right? I noticed that a lot of people are starting to talk because it's cold outside. Everybody's starting to sue. You get a suit. You get a suit. You get a lawsuit. You get a lawsuit. You get a lawsuit. Everybody get a lawsuit, right? But I'm sure a lot of these people had helpers get people to sign off on NDAs. My question is this. Are we dismissing NDAs now? Are we saying that the NDAs don't matter? And again, I didn't want to group it with the Puff conversation or group it with anybody else's conversation. But that's one of my questions. When we have people sign off on the NDA, like case in point, if I have somebody sign off on an NDA, it's because it's a business idea, or it might be a stage play, or it might be something that's just a real private matter, right? I'm gonna have them sign off on it so they don't talk to somebody else about it. But if they still go talk to somebody else, because people are human, you can't make nobody do nothing. Yeah, they sign off on the paperwork, but you can't make them do nothing. When somebody does not uphold that NDA, does that not give the other person a right to sue? And if so, there should be a lot of lawsuits coming up, right? A lot of countersuits coming up. But how many more people are going to start doing the Puff thing? And that's why I didn't want to group it with that, because then it sounds like I'm taking up for him and I'm disregarding Cassie, which I'm not trying to disregard her at all. But when it comes to NDAs, like, how much weight does it actually hold? And then if you do a countersuit, y'all know of a lot of, and lawyers, I know some lawyers might be like, yo, this mug don't know nothing about what he's talking about. But this is a question for all of my lawyers. All of my lawyers, come close. Answer this question for all of us. If I get somebody to sign off on an NDA, they sign it, they say, oh, I never talk about this matter ever, ever again. And let me see what you got. You show them what you got, right? Then they go off and say, oh my God, they get on Instagram. Y'all will never believe what I just read. Can I go back and sue that person? And then if I do try to do a countersuit, or if I try to sue the person, if they ain't got nothing, then I just sue them for no reason. And now my name has been tarnished in the business for being the same type of nasty person. These are questions. So lawyers, what is the purpose of an NDA if it's not upheld in the court of law? What's the purpose? I just want to know. Angie said NDAs have contingencies. All right. Let me see. The purpose of NDA. All right. Let me see. The NDA, one party agrees not to reveal confidential information. In a mutual NDA, both sides agree that they will not share confidential information. In other aspects, these two types of confidentiality agreements are identical, especially when it comes to enforcement or consequences or breach of contract. So it's still foggy. If I get somebody to sign an NDA and they go out and talk, what can I do to them? What's the course of repercussion? What? Yeah, lawyer. I need to get a lawyer to come on the pod for that, because I got a lot of questions when it comes to these type of conversations. I don't think that right now, so as it relates to these social media streets, it seems like NDAs got time limits on them. If Cosby had all of them folk sign NDAs, I love Jamie Foxx like everybody else, but we've all heard about certain parties in LA and in Miami. We've heard about the parties for years. If you had people sign NDAs and they drop their phone in a little box, in a little bag, and you zip tie it and lock it off, if you don't know, then you don't know. But if you had people drop their cell phones in a little bag and they zip tie it, lock it off, you pick your phone up when you leave and you sign the NDA, what does it mean if that person goes out and talk about everything that they just saw at the party? Don't get me rough. Yeah, I'm curious. I got questions. And we had some more stuff. Ooh, we didn't even get a chance to touch on that today. I'm gonna touch on American food this weekend. We got some stuff. Even with Puff gonna have to do the Russell Simmons, yo, at some point. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all act like we want to be quiet and we not seeing certain things. I see everything, yo. Puff is gonna have to do the Russell Simmons at some point. I think it's coming. I see it coming. If you don't know what the Russell Simmons is, when's the last time y'all seen Russell Simmons on social media? Before now. Think about that. And then when y'all did see him on social media, where was he? Aha. You just said it. Ajax said he moved to Bali. Exactly. Why did he move to Bali? That's why I said Puff probably going to have to do the Russell Simmons at some point. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then just go do your research. Read the tea leaves. The tea leaves. It's on the tea leaves, dog. Go read about it. If you move to another country while you're in the middle of people shooting you accusations, see what you can do. Just see what you can do. Do your own research. Come back to me. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you find. But it's nasty out here. It's been nasty, but everybody been acting like it ain't existed. Lord Jesus. I'm going to pray. Big Jesus, let us pray. Let us pray. Big Jesus, I want to pray for all of your faithful servants in the ministry. In the ministry of Acts, and club, nightlife, and all that good stuff. I pray for these folk that you don't come down too hard in a den of iniquity, Big Jesus. Because it's some stuff that's about to come out. And Lord Jesus, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to see y'all this weekend, y'all. If y'all got some dope stuff that y'all want me to come out with, please share. Let me make sure I paid all the bills. We already talked about grooming. I've been working on these too. I wanted to show y'all these. These are mad lucrative shoes. I've been working on them. I'm going to see how they feel. I got to wear them around. But some of my lucrative community members will start getting some of these. If I like how they feel. If they don't, then it's going to be back to the drawing board. But I'm trying to give y'all as many things, especially like Ajax, Reese, who else I got? Fabian, Sniper You Down. There's a few people that's in my community on TikTok and my lucrative community. I want to give y'all something for free for Christmas, just to show y'all my appreciation. I just got to figure out what that is, because I ain't trying to spend a super bag. I ain't trying to spend a big bag. I just want to spend a little bitty baby bag. Let me see. Who am I missing? All right. Oh, yeah. This episode was brought to you by Brightstone Health Care Services. If y'all are in need of personal in-home care, please make sure y'all holler at Brightstone Health Care. I'm going to have the link below. They are dope. These are friends of the family. I'm not even getting paid for this drop right now, because I love them. Those are my actual friends. I like them. So anyway, if y'all are in need and y'all are in Georgia, please holler at them. Link will be below. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Oh, yeah. If you need coaching services, please make sure you holler at me. Magneto7 Booking. Magneto7 Booking if you need coaching services. Also, all artists, come close. I'm going to put it. All of my artists. I am going to have the not coaching. This is like the gusto. Hold up. Let me do this while I talk. I got to put some. Right? All right. All of my artists, as of 2024, I got to find the dates. I got to figure out the dates. But I am going to bring back the Bootcamp for all of my artists. Yo, Angie, ain't nobody tell me I ain't had the open sign on the whole podcast. Y'all slipping. But anyway, matter of fact, y'all probably can't even see it from this angle. I just noticed that. Y'all probably can't see it. But anyway, all of my artists, I am bringing back the Bootcamp as of 2024. If you didn't know, this is what my Bootcamp is. This is what the Bootcamp is for all of my artists. The Bootcamp will consist of not just the music reviews, but the music reviews. I'm coaching you through your music. I'm coaching you through how to record yourself. I'm coaching you through how to mix your stuff. I'm coaching you through how to get some marketing done. I'm also going to have other coaches as far as fitness goes, as far as mental health. Everybody's going to be a part of this coaching for my artists. I do this like once a year. I might do it twice this time in 2024. But it's dope. It's really dope. So all of my people that might be a little bit overweight from Thanksgiving and from Christmas, I got Coach Hemp. He going to be here for y'all. All of my mental health awareness people, they got some issues going on in their mental. They can't get clear. They got to get that woo side. I got Coach Raheem. He coming through. As it relates to the music business, of course, I'm going to be here, but I'm going to have some other people coming through. And vocal coaching for my singers. I got the one, the only, my wife, my bae, Shamia Crawford. She's going to be one of the coaches for that. But yeah, this is like the artist boot camp. Like, this is the gusto of boot camps for artists. I don't think anybody else is doing this. I've been doing this. This will be my, third year doing this right now. So I'm planning on this being a big deal. And since I'm full time in this now, we're gonna have like a whole venue. Like it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. But I'm gonna start sign ups, pre-registration, and it's not super expensive either. Like this is for like a whole week boot camp. And when y'all leave this joint, y'all gonna be like some soldiers for real. What up, Lexi? What up? So again, artist boot camp. Please make sure y'all look for the sign up links. I'm gonna have it. It's not gonna be on this episode because I ain't even started planning it all the way for 2024, but it is a big deal. So if y'all need it, please come through. Y'all will be welcome. Angie said my nephew would benefit from this. Okay, send them through. Send them through. And again, yeah, it's gonna consist of mental health, body health, vocal health. If you're trying to figure out how to do all your social media, so all of my coaching calls that I do for an hour, think of all of this being spread over a whole week worth of time. And we getting it in. Like this is like, again, I'm looking for other vendors and I'm looking for people to sponsor it because I like to try to offer as much stuff to people like y'all for free as possible. But of course, it's at a cost to somebody. So if some people come in and sponsor it, it's going to cost somebody something. But yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to provide value. So 2024 Bootcamp is coming back, and we're going crazy with it. We're going crazy with it. All right. So till this weekend, I'm going to holler at you, dog. Peace.